I want to give thanks to the moment, give thanks for being here, man. You know, we're just coming from Carrot Jarrett send off. For those of you who don't know, when Carrot Jarrett passed away last week, and they had a celebration of his life today on Arthur Road, Webster's Memorial. And we just say, yes, brethren, gone again. So life continue, the journey of life continue. But we want to put to rest some things I know, because we see it on the social media say Junior Biles passed away. Well, I want you to know, say it's not Junior Biles passed away, it's his father passed away. You know, his father is bucking 100 years. Yes. Visiting him every month, we had to go and see him. 100 in my buck. But we want to put it to rest. It's not Junior Biles passed away. It's his father that passed away. You understand? Junior Biles still there. Still there, I got you. Okay, so we want to just clear up that. Keith Hudson production, man. Who remember Keith Hudson? Yes? And may I tell you, music, dub-wise. We're going to hear some more in the night, yeah. Yeah, so what did I say? The social media thing are rough, you know, Rasta. I try to kill all the brethren before him gone. You know, him father, very elderly man, you know. When we just start going to him house, he used to sit down up in him chair. Next thing, couple months after we see him lay down, and Uncle can brace up himself. And a little more we see him can't get up. Well, apparently he passed away last night. But through people hear Junior Biles, I know hear Junior Biles' father. If you hear Junior Biles, I know hear Junior Biles' father. So everybody said Junior Biles. But I saw it go. We just want to clarify that. That's it not go no further. You understand? We don't want it go no further. Say Junior Biles gone. He's not ready to leave yet. As weird as it might look out there, as it relates to him personally. You know, because we know same kind of not to up there in our head, but him recognize people still. Yeah, me can vouch for that. We can vouch for that. Say him recognize people. No care what you want to say, him recognize people. You know? There are a lot of people, intellectuals out there where anytime you hear them talk on the TV, because you don't understand what them are say, and you feel say them come from some big university and them working at some big managerial position, you feel say you don't have no sense, or them really talk sense, but it's true you don't understand those language. Which really and truly, you don't really understand the language, because it is not necessary to understand them language. Because some of it is just jargon, some of it is just intellectual masturbation them have. Especially when them dep on people television. So them have this thing named independence. Independence. And some people like the word, you know, they say independence. A whole lot of people don't understand what it means still when somebody say you're independent. And it's not even the individual we are talking now, but the collective. As a nation, the collective. The adjective independent. What it means to be independent as a nation. But we have to look to the dictionary to find out what is the meaning of the word independent. And then make us see if we're the people them who claim say them have more this and more that than the normal person on the road. Is that the normal person is living in a state of, because them don't understand things, why them don't say we have independence, because we don't understand certain things. That is why the dollar the value, but yet still the people them going to pressure the people them, but it's not going to pressure the man them who are manufacturing and export things. So if it not going to pressure the manufacturers them and the people them who are exporting, but it going to pressure the people them is the majority. There's something is intrinsically wrong. Look here how much argument and talking you can talk and go around it. Something wrong if the money the value. And you are trying to show them, say, yeah, it's the value, but it's because the economy moving up and all these things. Poor people on the road, I feel it. Well, it's the same thing with the word independence. When them tell us we're independent. Because poor people is sold these jargons and group gibberish when them talk on the television. You don't ever stop and think, say, make a go find out what independent mean. Independent. Free from outside control, not subject to others' authority. Free from outside control, not subject to others' authority. Okay, with that definition, can we examine independent? Free from outside control. Is Jamaica free from outside control? Look at it in different ways. Socially, politically, economically, religiously, sexually. All the alleys them where you can go up. Look on all of the alleys them. Sexually. Politically, sociology, sociology, sure. All right, we can start over. Look on all of the alley them where you can find and tell me, say, Jamaica fit into these things. Politically, we have a system of governance that is based upon the colonial master system. Our highest court in the land is designed based upon the colonial master system. We have not yet been able to put into legislation a constitution that is coming from the bowels of the people them, to use a better, for want of a better terminology. That is not independent. If what I just said means that Jamaica cannot subscribe to the other part of it. In other words, we are independent because we have our own legislator, democratically designed by the people in Jamaica, created after the experience and history of the people them in Jamaica and the government. Can we truly say whether it's working or not? Because there must be something that colonialism gave us that can work. There must be something. I mean, I don't feel say everything is terrible. So when we say independent, we are independent. Are we independent from economical depravity, where our economy is structured around the IMF, the World Bank, American system of governance, the British system of governance, the European way of understanding governance as it commands to economy? Have we developed our own way of looking an economy, meaning that knowing that the country cannot survive by itself, but it's part of that global marketplace. Have we structured our economy, our politics, for a system that has been designed by the people of Jamaica and push it out there to the world to say this is what we say that is best for the people of Jamaica, and then use that now to bring about prosperity for the people of Jamaica? My answer is that we have not been able to do that. Not from 1962. We have not been able to do that because we are still controlled by outside authority. We are still controlled by outside influences. And whilst we can say you must have influences, but it can't be that the influence of Jamaica and the Jamaican governance is replicated, duplicated. We have been duplicating, replicating, and even the very motto of Jamaica is a duplicate of the American motto in America. You mean say the so-called founding father of Jamaica could not find a motto, just like what Marcus Garvey said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. And it ricocheted all over the globe. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. If that is not original, well, that is very original. And Bob Marley come echo it and make it ricochet even more over the world. So if Bob Marley could have listened to Marcus Garvey, and Marcus Garvey, little short man, who come from up the road, we are controlled by the system that is set up by the monetary white people of the world, and not even of the world leader, of America and Europe. The monetary system that is set up by these people. That is what controls Jamaica. A good example is the International Monetary Fund. The International Monetary Fund control Jamaica right now. And them a try go around it about the dollar. Them things that we are idiot. Some of we are idiot. But you fool the people sometimes, but you can't fool the people all the time. Free from outside control, Jamaica is not free from outside control. Jamaica is not free from outside control. We are subject to others' authority. We are subject to other authority. What is the authority that we are subjected to? We are subjected to this symbolism, this residue from colonialism that says that the Queen of England is the head of state of Jamaica. And people always wonder why we keep hanging upon that. The Queen of England is a symbol. Of course, that is the problem. That we as African people believe a symbol is just symbolism. Symbols is what is used to mark, make a footprint in a someone's house or country or even in mind. Symbols, very important, and Europeans understand symbols. So even if we claim that Queen Elizabeth don't have no political power in Jamaica, she's just a symbol of our colonial past, then why is it that she's still the head of state? Because that symbol resonates historically and psychologically in the minds of the people, just like the white Jesus. The white Jesus is a symbol of Europeans' authority over our spiritual consciousness. We can't awaken to no other ruler, savior than a white savior. And that is a symbol. Symbols is like saying Saint Elizabeth, Saint Catherine, Hanover, Trelawney, Portland. These are symbols placed there by Europeans. And when we feel there's only symbols, make we try to turn it on and recognize it's not just symbol. Because then it create a certain confusion in our consciousness. For saying, well, we want to change it for. But why we should I change it? Maybe if Queen Elizabeth did around the place, so much crime was in Jamaica. That is how symbols confuse you. If you don't understand the reason for these symbolic things that is cast in front of us, where you don't have white people in front of you that you can't point your finger upon. But you can't point your finger upon symbols because you don't understand the power of symbols. Symbols is the most important thing when it comes on to identification. The stoplight is one of the biggest symbols in Jamaica. Symbols. The flag is one of the greatest symbols for any country. That people die for them flag. The man march and say, don't make the flag touch the ground. It's a symbol, you know. But what? It is so important in the psyche of the human experience. That if you're dumb, you're dumber. Them have dumb and dumbest. And black people in other perspective, you know, where them so dumb that when them come now and tell you say independent, and you know, say we have a black prime minister. Of course we have a black prime minister, but what does that mean? What does black prime minister mean? When his wife is not the first lady. That is that serious symbolism. A serious symbolism that when you have a country that is independent, the symbols must reflect the authority of the people them that is in the country. The symbols must reflect that. Just like how we have the Dr. Bird. The Dr. Bird is a symbol of Jamaica authority because you don't go nowhere else and see a Dr. Bird. It's indigenous to Jamaica. You have a whole heap of plant that is indigenous to Jamaica. That is what we are talking about when we say symbol. Symbol is the stoplight. Where you have to obey the stoplight or you go to jail or you crash and dead. We have to learn how to understand Europeans and how Europeans use symbols to maintain them supremacy when they are not present physically. And one of the symbols them use is this argument that they're going to give you your independence. And because, you know, have a group of men sit down in the house, or man or woman sit down in the parliament, the highest court in the land, and because you get up every day and every 5 years you vote for one of the government, one of the party them, which is Jamaican, you claim independence. How can independence just be for vote every 5 years for a party where the two of them are maintain the same level of authority that was given to them by Europeans? What kind of authority you can show me when I look at the nation and realize that the nation is not is not independent of outside influence or outside control. The highest court is run in a manner that maintain the symbol of British colonialism, the highest court in the land, which is the parliament. And then we have the symbol of the criminal justice, where we have to go to the highest court outside of the land in England to verify where we don't accept Anya. So tell me, is that independence? That is outside control. That is outside control. We have to recognize that independence is not just a word we just say you're independent. Maybe individuals independent because you can be independent of your mother because you can find your own food and rent your own house. You know, you can be independent of a whole heap of different things. But as a nation, and you have people in the nation that is supposed to show us what is and what is not as it relates to economics, social, political, religious. Not even mention the religion part of it. That part of it, you talk about independence, and that part of it terrible. Because when you have a nation savior that don't look like them, then you know say you can't say you're independent. Because the savior, your spiritual and religious savior, look like the same man will colonize you and take you from your fatherland, your motherland, and bring you over here so and turn you in a slave. And for how much years now, when you close your eye and pray and you think upon him, it's the same white man who take your 4 parents. I am take away from there, I am take away. I don't know 4 parents, I am take from Africa and bring over here so and turn in a slave. And then I say, I come now and I pray. And I pray to the same symbol and expect to get justice, peace, and brotherhood. When psychologically we head turn upside down, real upside down head we have. What a judgment. So how we can't see it after so much years. And when we cry out, you hear, so why we bring up them things there, we pass them stage there. Pass with stage. We not pass the stage. If we didn't pass the stage, we wouldn't say someone bleach your face about the place. And how much women are take out king coat of them ear. And how much designs are come from Gucci and Fushi and Wushi and DYK and all these things from Milan and things from London and Paris and all these places. Because the whole of we get caught in the symbols, in the idea of independent. Yet still we are all controlled by outside influences. And as I said before, it's not all influences outside is bad. But when your social, political, economical, spiritual combined together as a nation is not independent or is outside control, then we can't say we're independent. Because if one man free and the others not free, no man can truly say that him free. The freedom of one depends upon the freedom of all. And when them take I from Africa and bring I come here, so I never asked them to come here. As a matter of fact, somehow we jump off of the boat before we left here, so. Before we left over there, so. And some of them wait till we in the middle of the ocean and jump off. Take all baby and everybody and jump off. Rather die in the bottom of the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, than the uncertainty of coming here. That's why Sam Sharp echoed, I'd rather die on yonder hill than live as a slave. So Paul Morgan said, skin for skin, black for black, color for color. And just so it go. How can you try to free the world when your family have no justice? When your family is suffering, dying daily, and you're praying. Marcus Garvey said, get up off of your knee, black man love, pray too much. Because we have no confidence in ourselves. We defeated long time in the race of life because we have no confidence. And now we are wake up. And we sound like we are the enemy. I know we are the enemy. I know I make you suffer. I have suffered with the eye them and the eye them and the eye them. I don't know why when I say it, I sound like it's I are the enemy. I tell you say we are asleep and a slumber and we make them symbolism. They are part of reality. We make them choose how we feel talk, how we feel walk, how we feel eat, how we feel have sex, where we feel wear, where we feel drink, who we feel like, where we look good and we not look good. All of the things them have nothing to do with our reality as African people. Everything is designed for we, and we are like zombies, like the walking dead. Walking around, believe so we are alive, and we're dead. Walking dead. We are looking at the mirror and I see somebody else. Most of when we looking at the mirror, I know we are seeing at the mirror. At somebody else. Because if we see we at the mirror, wouldn't like we. If one day you could have get up and look at the mirror and say, what wait, I don't mean that. Right away you know say you're on the way to independence. But every time you look at the mirror, you feel say you look on. You go a party, you look at the mirror, you think of you look on. You go to church, you look at the mirror, you think of you look on. If you only knew how you did look or how you look, you don't know, say, at one stage of your life you was independent. But now, like walking zombies. So, when I sit you and talk about airport and how it kind of going through airport now, it's not like first time when you go through airport, you just feel like you go somewhere, Now you take a plane and you feel like you go at the airport. Because the airport is the biggest problem, apart from them, I say, with this and that, the line them we go through and all them something there, but the question them ask is just weird. So here's a brethren from South Africa now who I tell you how weird it is when you go through airport. Listen.
And I'm from South Africa. This is not my first time in the UK, but every time I come here, I get increasingly more and more nervous. Every time I come in, I feel like it gets increasingly harder and harder to come into the country, though. Your border is very, very strict. Like, they ask a lot of questions. Questions I often know the answers to, but I find they'll make you doubt. I remember I got here 2 days ago, and the guy was really interesting on this occasion. He got my passport, to which he replies, is this you? Never before have I felt so much pressure to look like myself. He asked question after question. So, how long are you going to be out here for? I said, 4 days. So 4 days, is that right? I said, yeah. What are you doing? So I'm doing a comedy show. Oh, comedy? Are you a comedian? Yes. Oh, you don't look funny. Do you have any jokes? So I checked them in with my luggage. Was that one of them? No. I'm sorry. What? I need to know the address of where you're performing, sir. I said, I don't know the address. Well, then I can't let you in. I said, well, you've got to believe me. I wouldn't lie about that. I'm just here to do a show and then I'm leaving. Well, I don't know that you're going to leave, sir. They always ask these questions, making it seem like absolutely everybody wants to come and stay in the UK. Like, I almost wanted to say to him, it's not as great as you think. It really isn't. Like, no, don't get me wrong. I understand right now it's easy to be arrogant because you're having your 5 days of summer, but it's not as great as you think. I was asking question after question. And then he said something that was very true, very sincere. He said to me, he said, so you got to understand, I'm not trying to be a hard ass about this, but I can't just believe you're here to do what you say you're going to do. You could do something else. I was like, well, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. That's a great attitude to have. It's an attitude I wish we had in South Africa when the British first arrived. It saved us a lot of pain. Because we had no clue. That was the greatest trick the British ever pulled. They just pitched up on the shores of Africa. We have discovered this land. People came out like, hey, oh, look at that. We have discovered people. No, we were here first. What are you doing here? We're here for a comedy show. Come on in. Bang, 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 bang. That wasn't funny. And then they took over. Like, I always think about those things. The guy's pitching up in the country. No one speaks the language. That must be the most awkward thing ever. The guy's pitching up in the ship. Busy shouting at the guys, you over there, what is the name of this land? No, I said, who are you? Oh, this is horrible. We have to teach them English. ABC. 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 That's a lot better. Right. It's a fun game, colonization. It really was. It's the most arrogant form of patriotism when you think about it, you know? It must have been cool. Like, I wonder what Britain was like back then, when it was so great that you guys wanted to go make it somewhere else. It's like, you know, oh, this is wonderful. We should do it everywhere. That's really what it was. Colonization all over the world. What's weird to me, though, is like how people act like colonization never happened. I don't like that. Like, it's weird when people say, well, all these bloody foreigners coming into the UK, all these bloody foreigners. Well, it's because you told them about the UK. You gotta understand, in the world, we did not care for this place at all. No one knew about Great Britain. In India, they were having a good time. The British went and told the Indians about Great Britain. They were having fun with elephants and spices. They had no need to come to this country. But the British got there and they were like, hear ye of Great Britain. Okay, first of all, you could have started with hello. That was a blush entrance. I don't think it was necessary. Have you heard of Great Britain? No, we have not, and you don't need to shout. I'm right over here. I don't know why you're talking like that. You need to learn of Great Britain and come and see it. No, we're fine. India is a perfectly wonderful place. I don't know how great your land is considering your complexion. It doesn't look like you have much sun. I don't know if I want to go to a place like that. How dare you insult the land of the Queen? Do you know the one true God? No, we have many gods here. Many gods. Many gods. You need one God, our God. Well, our gods are already in the positions. So if anything opens up, we'll let you know. Do you not know that Jesus loves you? I do not know of Jesus, but if you introduce me, maybe I could learn to love him too. But right now, I'm currently in a relationship. How dare you? Jesus loves you. Okay, I get it. I can feel the love of Jesus now. Please, no more Jesus. It hurts so much. It must have been a crazy experience. But it's colonization done right. That's what I truly enjoy. The British did it perfectly. Yeah, because now we're friends. We all speak the same languages. We even have games where we participate together. The Commonwealth Games, ironically named. There was nothing common about it. The wealth was in one place. Right, let's forget everything that happened and let's play some games together. Do you guys have horses where you're from? No, we don't. Yeah, we're gonna dance horses. Let's do dancing horses. Jamaica, are you gonna be joining in? No, we're never gonna join in. Your people don't wanna admit what you did to us. We're not gonna play your games. Give us back our sugar, give us back our people, give us back our gold. Well, we can't do that. That's ridiculous. But come and run with us. Will you give us back the gold? No, we won't. But we'll let you win it back one metal at a time.
You know, say that is something that you cannot afford to miss. Marcus Garvey tribute. The 19th of August, you know, that the 17th, which is a Friday, is his birthday. We will be on the 17th, we will be at the Great Huts. Yes, we will be at Great Huts, poetry style. And then, you know, so we will be here on Sunday morning, bright and early with Cabo. So, prepare for that. So, over to Pat Clark.
Welcome to Jamaican Roots and Culture. I'm Pat Clark.
Okay, we can start. We can start at over. Believe you, we can start at over. That's funny, man. That's very, very funny. I must say. Here we go now.
Welcome to Jamaican Roots and Culture. I'm Pat Clark. August 17th is the anniversary of the birth of the right excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey. As we move towards celebrating the contributions and achievements of this great man, let us reflect on the humble origins of one who has emerged to become the most widely known agitator for the rights of the black race. Who would have imagined that the son of a stonemason from St. Anne, Jamaica, would at one point in history become the most talked about individual in the United States, the West Indies, and perhaps the world? How did this happen? If he was alive today, Garvey would have explained that education paved the pathway to his greatness. His first course of action towards the achievement of his dreams of greatness was to get an education. He did this by attending the denominational school attached to the church, which was an integral part of his upbringing. To Garvey, education was not only about classroom and book learning. Garvey believed that in order to be completely educated, you should seek to be educated in soul, vision, and mind. Your level of education is directly affected by your attitude towards the acquisition of knowledge. It is not just getting the knowledge, but knowing how to apply it. Garvey firmly believed that it is the responsibility of the individual to develop his mind through the process of education. Marcus Mosiah Garvey was a man who accomplished many firsts for the black race. He was the first black man to go on an international campaign for black consciousness and racial pride. He promulgated the idea of Africa for the Africans and embarked upon plans to have all people of African descent transported back to Africa in the Black Star Line steamship to help with the reclaiming of Africa and the development of the continent. Marcus Garvey was the first black person who succeeded in making blacks pay for campaigns to promulgate the idea of black supremacy and black power. Garvey said if Europe was for the white man and India for Indians, then Africa must be for Africans. Therefore, it was the responsibility of the black man to build the continent. The secret of Garvey's support was that he appealed to the portion of the black masses too far down to be noticed by other leaders. He won their devotion by telling them that they were not only as good as upper-class Negroes, but that black skin was just as good as white and even better. Garvey convinced his followers that if they wanted social justice, they would have to go back to Africa to take up their dignified place in the world. Marcus Garvey was the first to command such a huge following of Pan-Africanists at speeches held in different cities in the United States. It was his popularity that ultimately led to the dismantling of his lofty plans of having an all-black steam line transport Africans back to the continent. There was much jealousy and suspicion from white supremacy, and no doubt that set off undercurrents which ultimately led to the arrest and subsequent deportation of Garvey from the United States. His philosophy surrounding black pride and racial consciousness continues to influence thought in Jamaica, Africa, and all over the black diaspora. And now, to end the Jamaican roots and culture, here's our famous quotation from the black diaspora. The black man who wants to turn his race white is as miserable as he who preaches hatred for whites. The words of Franz Fanon. For Jamaican Roots and Culture, I'm Pat Clark.
The thing about a lot of our community is that we're lost. We have this weird savior complex. Hundreds of years of conditioning, psychological brainwashing, and media manipulation. We're led to believe that white women are the epitome of beauty and white men are the Prince Charmings of society, while black men are aggressive, thugs who hate, abuse, use, and abandon their women and children. We're taught that black women are ugly, hypermasculine, ghetto, rude, and money-grabbing whores. As children, we're taught to hate our features and glorify anything that's near white. This is why we have children who are upset that they have beautiful, thick, coiled, and curly hair and wish it was straight and thin. Around 20 years ago, black women were ashamed of being curvy or thick. Most black women used to wear clothes that would cover their assets. But now, since white media has deemed curves sexy and popular, we're now told that it's okay to embrace our natural physical attributes. But even then, we're told that our features look better on white people. They steal our culture, our features, and then repackage and rebrand them and try to sell it back to us, all while profiting from the very features they taught us to believe are ugly. They steal our art forms and rewrite our history. The system was designed to destroy us from the inside out. Black men think black women are rude and aggressive and would rather a white or Asian woman because they're submissive. But as soon as a black woman is light-skinned and speaks Spanish, she's automatically sexy and fiery. Black women are led to believe that every black man hates them and is good for nothing, while the white man will take care of her and love her better than her own men. All over TV now we see this extreme push on interracial relationships. They praise interracial relationships and condemn black love. Interracial relationships are promoted as equality, as a true definition of anti-racism, while black love is racist. They tell us black love is a myth and it's dead. If we continue to allow them to misinform us, miseducate us, and mold our opinions, thoughts, and perceptions, there will be no us. Sadly, some of our own men and women are so oblivious to what's really going on. Stockholm Syndrome is very real. I have seen black women defend heinous, disgusting acts simply because the man was white. I have witnessed black men attempt to assist white supremacists in destroying the black woman. Little do they know that without the black woman, there is no black man. Without the black man, there is no black woman. Black men allow white women to disrespect black women. Black women allow white men to disrespect black men. Black men and black women both deny the obvious and apparent fetishization from white men and women and think it's completely acceptable as long as they're willing to get married. Marriage based on sexual lust and fetish. There's also this huge fetish towards mixed and biracial looking babies. And as a man of African descent who looks biracial, I've experienced this firsthand. Our community suffers from colorism, created by the white man, pushed by us. We're now becoming just like our historical and in some cases current oppressors. We're shunning lighter-skinned and biracial people and casting them out of the black community, the same way white people refuse to accept biracial kids. We in turn mock and bully our dark-skinned brothers and sisters, all in the same way racist white people do. We put dark-skinned black women at the bottom of the totem pole. But there are those of us who are aware of what's going on. We're awake, we're conscious, and we see it for what it truly is. Those of us who are not down with the swirl. Those of us who love black women and black men. Those of us who believe in black love. Those of us who know these stereotypes are not true, those of us who want to see the black community rise and prosper, those of us who buy black, we also know that not all skin folk are kinfolk. Peace, love, and coconut oil.
Yeah, man, may I tell you. So here we are saying so now, because as some serious thing I go on the radio in the night, we have been playing dub music, authentic, original dub music. We're not talking about version. We're talking about tune we make that way there, you understand? And we have been playing the music that you know usually hear on radio. And we're going to say it again, and we're going to say it for all the genre of Jamaican music. When you go to Europe, some club, we go play one festival in Austria. Can you imagine that? We go play one festival in Austria named Rise and Shine Festival. And a 3-day festival. And you know Bob Marley. You know Chronics. You know Beanie Man, Bounty Killer. A pure dub music, 3 days straight. From you get up in the morning till you have in the night. Pure dub music. I wonder when we're going to reach a stage where we can have something like that. I mean, I talk about stage show. Well, them have stage shows to still, because ones and ones come and sing on the dub them. And when I say sing on the dub them, I mean actually sing on the dub them. You understand? And they have different sound system featured where from all over England, Europe, and myself, and Jamaica, and every year them do it. Every year them do it. And you have many festivals like that all over Europe where just dub, not version we are talking about. Not version, dub music. You know, we hear dub music, we hear man I say dub in a Jamaica, and when I listen to it and I dub, them a play. But we make it go on, you understand? People are call all special dub now. Like when a man call a name in a song, them say that a dub. But we used to call that special. Dub music, I like where we are playing from 10 o'clock. So this is the season for festivals all over the world. And reggae is featured prominent in some of these festivals, especially in Europe. The most reggae festivals them is found in Europe around this time of the year, go right long to September. July, August, September, yes. Big festivals drawing all 100,000 people, 50,000 people. Africa have its share of festival. You know, we have the Abbey Festival in Ivory Coast. Not many big reggae festivals in Africa. But you have many reggae shows in Africa. We have to respect the genre of music. That is reggae, that is dub, that is ska, that is dancehall. Because really and truly, the world are watching. All the nastiness them copy to it. It's a weird thing, you know. All the dirtiness in the dancehall they copy to, you know. You have to look at Russian woman will come down here, you know, from Russia, and learn every little move. You want to see them start there for the school, the dance place up above you can there. Every dance move, these little Russian ladies come and learn it, you know, and go back to Russia, go study, and go write, and go learn, and go teach the move them. That is why I hold you for the dance and then can't get no work. Because they've done, make the little white girl, them fly come down and teach them the dance move them. And the man, them learn the dance move them and go back to foreign, go make money and fight. And they don't sit down around here, so a hype. I live off a hype. say, oh, I will teach them girl them move, you know. Yes, I want to teach the girl them to move them, but guess what? And the girl them make money and fight. You just up in all the nice outfit and you know this and you know tear up jeans and you know do all for that. And all you could have do is make some little video we just play upon Jamaican TV. When them girls go back to France and go back to Russia and all them places, them have them big school and teach dance. And what kind of dance them teach? The same dance so we did the hype up about and I go on like and them get rich or fight. You understand? It's a serious thing. Just like the music. Teach them the music. You know, say, most of them are not reggae. Most of them artists in America now. Each are little Jamaican music. And guess what? When them tunes sell all $100,000 a week, you see they are struggle for reggae charts. I must say reggae charts. I mean, it's good to go up on a Billboard reggae chart, but that is not the chart. It's the pop chart. It's a big chart, top 100 chart. There was a time when a whole heap of Jamaican music used to fly up on the pop charts, top 100 charts in America. Now them just marginalize you and put it on a little chart named reggae chart. And guess what? I know we monopolize, I know we have the most tune on it. And some little white guys, white youth from California and Hawaii and all these places, Australia, dominate them chart there. And when you hear how much sell, all 500. When we just start record, if a record company ever sign you up and you sell all 20,000 copy, man, them just mark that off and say, no, them can't give you back no more money, you know. I see without them now sell CD again on iTunes and I this and I that. I work the thing. So the money now make off a tune. Money I make off a one go there, go tour and hack up yourself and get tired and sit down in a plane and frightened and afraid. Like myself, yeah. But when you look at it, you see how some big album reach number 1 on the reggae Billboard chart and all 500 themselves, 400 for a month. I mean, I say, what go on? 500 CD. 500 CD, and when we walk out in ISOB's club and sell, when we have the show them time there. You have a show in ISOB's, you have 2 shows in the night there. You have 500 CD to sell that off in the little club. No big reggae chart. Man, I sell all 400 CD and 200 CD. Me, I say, what the hell is going on with this? So man, I forgot to go tour. So you make your own, go tour. Merchandise and all these things. You understand? So the music kind of change up. But when we look on the benefits, all we can really say give thanks because we have benefited from our art form as artists. We have benefited. Yeah, man. And we have toured the world. Some man are hype and those Miami and New York, him go. Yes, him get a little chance to go down to Trinidad too. Well, I tell you, hype is a rotten thing, you know. Hype. I make you feel say you're on top of the world, you know, and I really under the ground, you know. Yeah, man, this hype thing, hype, everybody hype. Everybody hype. But we know and we understand. We understand where we are going, man. Marginalization, reggae charts, reggae Billboard charts. You feel good when you're the number 1 list of your week. Look how you fly down and when you look how much you sell, 200 copy. You understand? Reggae charts. A long time you know you're a Jamaican artist reaching at the top 5 on the Billboard top 100 chart. Long time you know you hear that. There was a time when we hear them just a fly up so. You know, Shaggy, Heine Kamose, Maxi Priest. I mean, you name it, man. Fly up the charts. Dennis Brown, Peter Tosh, Bob Marley are the biggest still up to now. Bob Marley album still are selling. Must have gone about 50 million, you know, I tell you. I don't know, guy was about 40 million, you know. Depend the charge, pay must about 600 week. Yeah, what 600 weeks is? Hey, a 52 week make a year, you know. A 52 week make a year. Why the I chat? I'm dead long time, but 30 years I'm dead. Still the biggest selling Jamaican artist in I'm dead. So, the hype thing. Oh gosh, man. It come like most youth long as to prefer hype than for really cause hype don't guarantee international exposure. Hype don't it don't guarantee international exposure. Junior Boys it depend the Billboard last week or week before last. And Junior Boys there a long time. Long time. And Junior Boys a sell music a foreign, classical, fade away and beat down Babylon and place called Africa. All of them tune there is big classical Jamaican music. And them you just make all 40 years ago before whole heap of them hype future ban. Or before even them mother ban. Seriously. Before them mother ban, them tune they that tear down the place. All over. That if you go to Europe now, you go in a certain club, you're frightened for your certain tune and play. That you say, but wait. All time tune that. I tell you, Jackass of the world on level, you know. You got some place in Africa, man, you're frightened for you what them I listen to. Look for Uri. Uri, they are Europe a tour. Big tour with Mad Professor. Big tour with Mad Professor. Uri. How much you will Uri? 70 years old, long before some of them mother born. Month. They look at the big man them a tour for. Some of them you can carry tour 2-3 weeks. Like, I say 3 weeks, not even a week. Them go fly in and go do a shortly, so them well want to like all me and know we say, me don't know 6 week tour again or 8 week tour, you know. Me don't know that again. Some of them you just love to get even 1 week tour out there. But when a little man where I rinse all money, a little joke man I rinse money and them say fly you go up what you show you sit down. I tell you, the hype terrible. The hype terrible, man. Man, come back with a 500 and feel good. Come back to Jamaica and start to show up and them friend them. Go have fun, go see things we never see before. Hype. You know how much reggae artists are going in Europe between now and September. You know how much Jamaican artists are going to fly out between now and September. You know how much reggae festival all over the place. You know how much the cultural expression of Rastafari is presented out there as a legitimate culture. May I tell you? We have to suck it in. The mother used to march around Europe in the 70s. We used to march around Europe, man. Okay, so we are taking upon a journey, different aspects of the journey. We want to remind you that this weekend at the Louis Bennett Theatre, that beside the police officers club there, the Jamaica Poetry Festival will take place. We want to remember that, the Jamaica Poetry Festival, this Sunday. And we want to remind that the next Sunday is the Marcus Garvey tribute. Yes, Marcus Garvey tribute. So IRFM is part of them two progressive move there. We love that. Understand? So we are going through.
I saw an article that referenced that the FBI, the CIA, and every other government agency of authority should have Louis Farrakhan investigated and arrested because he called for 10,000 people, 10,000 men to come forth to kill white people.
Well, I've been investigated by the FBI. They can go to hell. The CIA right along with them. I don't fear that. If I were like the rest of the Negroes that fear the FBI, the CIA, the IRS, then I would be like them, scratching where I don't itch, bending when I don't have to. No, God is present today. They need to be afraid. I'm talking to the CIA, the FBI, the IRS, the U.S. government. You need to be afraid today because the God of justice is present now. That's why he said, vengeance is mine. The battle is not yours. The battle is the Lord's, and God has come. The battle is on, and the plagues are coming down on America. No, I'm not afraid, but you need to be, and especially when you see what's coming up, because as a man soweth, the same shall he also reap. And when you have done the evil that you've done to us and done it to others, did you never think that there would come a day when you would have to pay for all that crap that you have done? Thomas Jefferson said it right, brother. He said, I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just and that his justice cannot sleep forever. Well, his justice has awakened. And all over the world, the nations are turning against America. America the Great is falling right before our eyes. And that's why Trump is saying we got to make America great. How? When? Again. Because she's not great today. People are not afraid of her. ISIS and ISIL over there, they want America to send some troops back so they can send them back in body bags. People are not afraid. The world has taken enough of America's evil. So death is sweeter to some than continuing to live under white supremacy and under tyranny. So no, I don't care nothing about them investigating me or arresting me or even killing me. But I tell you what, I'll give you a little warning. You killed your last man when you killed Dr. King. You will not get that chance to do that to me. And if it pleases God that you do kill me right after you kill me, all of you gonna die. Because I'm not here by myself. I'm not here of myself. You can see that God must be backing me. Otherwise, where would I get the strength to say and do what I do? No, man, it's our time now, and it's their time to tremble in your boots, and believe me, you will meet the God that backs me 10, 10, 15. It's
of Nicaea was an effort by Constantine to control the people through military and through religion. Whoever can control your concept of God has a weapon more powerful than any physical weapon, than any sword, any gun, any atomic weapon. Whoever controls how you relate to the unseen presence of God will not only control you, but can control your children and your children's children. So it was at the Council of Nicaea that the Constantine, this emperor, needed to find a way to consolidate his power, because the people that he conquered in various parts of the world had different religions, different ideologies. And it was at Nicaea where he brought together these theologians, these scholars, if you will, to hammer out one uniform theology that everyone would follow.
And if Constantine could convince people to take Jesus as God on earth and change that he was a human being, then they could take over the control of the Catholic Church and make one. So they invited. And one of the priests was an African known as Arius. Bishop Arius. There's a book called Blacks Who Died for Jesus by Mark Hyman. Gives the story of Arius. Arius now gets word that Constantine knows Arius is coming to dispute this. Because he's saying, how are you going to tell people this? Nobody's going to believe that story. That immaculate conception? Come on, we know that's written on the walls of Egypt. That's a mythology. That's an analogy. You're not supposed to believe that story. That's a nice story to live by, that each and every one of us has Jesus within us and every birth is an immaculate conception. But there was no one boy born as the Son of God, the freak. Come on, you can't. Constantine said, look, come on over here. And I said, I want to talk to you. He found out that he was going to be assassinated. So he fled into Europe with his followers. Arius and his followers became known as the Aryans. Wouldn't Hitler have a heart attack if he knew who the real Aryans were? They were a bunch of black folk.
Everybody who was worshiping ISIS and dealing with mostly a Kemetic religious philosophy, they said, we can't do this. This is ridiculous. This reminds me, there's no man called Jesus Christ. We ain't never heard of him. Well, Jesus Christ will take Jesus, which was the sun god in the west, and we'll take Christos, which was the sun god in the east, and we'll put them together. We'll have a name. And so what did he do? A man named Apollonius of Tyana, at that time, who had studied philosophy in Kemet, was teaching. He was a healer, working miracles. He was a hero at that time. So he became the template for Jesus Christ.
Yes, this is the continent, and I refer me there when you are go through the places, you know. Yeah, man. Give thanks for all those sitting with me. Yes. Use matchstick and hold up them eye. Alright, Yel.
Yel Muta.
Alright, Mandingo, you know, man.
Yeah, man, good. And you know, it is really, you know, when I hear you talking about this time of the year, that, you know, reggae shows in Europe, so commonplace and thing, very true, you know, as we who are in the business know, you know. I mean, like Leroy Sibbles, Tones, I mean, it was at Reggae Jam, you have in Reggae Deal in Germany, all over and so on. Capleton was in Germany, he's in France now. So many reggae artists, as you have known over the years, because you've been part of the contingent over the years, that, you know, earning money and so on. And I want to big up my brethren from Denham Town, Stranger Cole, you know, because I'm glad that he got recognized at the Jamaica 56 Grand Gala.
Yeah.
The stadium for his services to the music, man who began his career in 61 in the ska era and so on. And remembering that ska first played by Kluge and the Blues Blasters, which involved Ernest Wrangling as the guitarist and, of course, the leader, Cloet Johnson, the bass player who coined the term ska and thing, and all of those pioneers. And remember in Stranger Cole tune, which you have played sometime, Rough and Tough, in 1962, yes. You know, remembering how Stranger Cole's brother Cuttings, who was a selector for Duke Reed Sound, played and North Street and Flap Cox and other sounds. rough and Tough. And in Spanish Town, Ruddy, Supreme Ruler Sounds, use it and defeat Stereo. Seymour Williams at a dance in Spanish Town. Champion Clash tune, that Rough and Tough.
Yeah. By the way, Yellow Man is up for OD too.
Right.
Yellow Man,
you know, Yellow Man up for OD.
Yeah, I have distinction, yeah.
Yeah, but you know a person who is well overdue to get a OD, and I've been saying this for years, the man Owen Gray, who is about 80 years old, man who began his recording career in 1957 with the self-bend, who saw the lightning. We don't want Owen Gray to be getting no OD after he's dead. Owen Gray is about 80.
Yeah.
He's a man who inspired Ken Booth to be a singer and so many others. One of Bonnie Lee's favorite singers and that type of thing, the man Wayne Gray. And he deserves, more than deserves.
Yeah.
And he was singing, of course, he started recording for Smith in before 1957 as a school youth. So Owen Gray is a man who this year should really get his OD more than deserves.
I don't know why it takes so long still. I don't know why the man takes so long.
Yes, a man like Owen Gray. And you know, just the other day I saw one of Jamaica's famous trumpet players who, at his age, he and Rico Rodriguez went to Alpha together. Lester Sterling, Henry Tantan from Spanish Town, Tantan. Still playing trumpet, still traveling all over the world and playing. You know? All a man like that. You know, Henry, your Tantan from Alpha Boy School, from Spanish Town originally. Still playing at his age. And you talk about how first time you would have Dennis Brown, and towards the last part, like Shaggy and others, reggae tunes in charts in the USA. In other words, the national pop chart and so on. Not any marginalized thing like what they're doing now. And it's really, really true. Because what we have noticed in the USA and in England is that there has been a deliberate discriminatory playlist policy, and I say it is racist, not to play reggae by Jamaicans. First time you would hear the reggae music being played, and it would go to number 1 or in the top 10 and that type of thing. You know, remember Ken Wood, 1974, with Everything I Own, Desmond Decker and the Aces, number 1, Ansel Collins, Dave and Ansel Collins with Double Barrel and so on. But if your records are not playlisted, both for radio and TV, then they will not get the promotion and the sales. It's not that the good music is still not being made, but there has been a deliberate policy to play reggae which is not made by Jamaicans, and the good reggae which is made by Jamaicans are deliberately not playlisted in the radio and TV charts in England and the USA. Yes, it's a deliberate racist thing because Muta, I hear the different things that you've been playing there. You know, in terms of educating our people. And it's true because our people must understand that music is power. Music is not just dancing. Music represents power culturally, financially, and racially. Because the more our music is profiled, we making our music exerting its influence. We exert power on the international scene, and we also earn financially because you know, when music is played, then you get performing royalties when your music is played on the radio and on TV. You're earning money. So it is also deliberately not allowing our people who created the music to earn. We're still making good music, but there has been a deliberate racist policy not to play reggae by our people from Jamaica, but to get people to imitate reggae, to play their reggae, so that they earn, just like what you're talking about those Russian girls. They come, they learn, and they go back. And not just Russians to others too, as you know.
Germans,
and they set up schools and write books and earn a lot of money.
Well, are we there teach them?
And the Jamaicans who teach them don't get yes. And not only that, when the Jamaicans who teach them want to get visas to go on tour to these countries, say Russia and so, to get the thing, they're not getting any visas. Because the people that teach don't want them as the teachers to come and earn the money because they would show them up as the real thing.
Well, you know, because we there teach them.
Yes. And we really need to, because reggae music is still popular on them thing, but that's why determined efforts are made for our music not to be playlisted on the radio stations, a lot of the major radio stations in the USA and in England and elsewhere. First time that never used to be the case. You have all Errol Dunkley, OK Fred. That used to be a big hit. Because it got the airplay that it deserved, and many other reggae music over the years.
Different time now, Bridget.
It's not
Different
a coincidence. It's that deliberate racist policy that the Africans from Jamaica who create reggae music, that they must stifle them, they must not earn the money from the music that they have created by not playlisting them and not promoting them. You know? For real.
So what are we going to do about it now?
What we have to do about it, first thing is to make people aware of what is the situation, and also to establish more and more of our own radio and TV stations in England and also in the US and where we are, because only we can do things for ourselves to promote, to sell our own thing. It's the same thing whereby you have non-Jamaicans making Jamaican pepper sauce and other type of thing.
Party.
Making money. Yes, off our own thing. So it's not just music. It's in everything. Coffee business too. The Japanese tried to clone our Blue Mountain coffee and them couldn't do it. You see? So everything we come with. I remember Altanelli said, Mandingo, when I first went to Japan, almost all of the artists them were from Jamaica. But as the years went by, it started to reverse until now when them have Japan splash, you don't have no Jamaicans or maybe one and two. So what happened? Just same thing in Europe too. Them learn and imitate our thing. Know we are the real thing, but just learning to be able to replace us and to make money off our culture, the culture vulture business. And we have to set up our own radio stations, TV stations, and our own tours and things, because it's the Marcus Garvey solution as usual. Self-reliance. Because they're not going to do things to benefit us. Is we have to do things to benefit ourselves. And this means that we have to work together as a unit. Everybody not going to unite, we know the reality of that. But those who are willing and who see the need, we have to work together and don't cut against each other for collective benefit, economically and culturally. Because this is what it is all about. It's self-reliance. As Marcus Garvey said. In everything.
Yes.
All right. Blessed Lord.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the cutting edge